I encountered police involvement because a classmate misunderstood my bruises, resulting in her needing to switch classes and face repercussions. I'm 19 and enrolled in a nursing program where we frequently conduct physical exams on one another, often wearing shorts and tank tops. It's crucial to mention that I am permanently blind in one eye, which leads to me bumping into walls, doors, railings, plants, people, and animals, leaving me covered in bruises on my blind side most of the time. One day in class, we discussed signs of abuse, and the teacher mentioned constant bruising. I raised my hand and noted the importance of talking to adult patients before involving the police, as the cause could be different. She asked for an example, so I rolled up my sleeve to show that my bruises came from school door handles, which varied in color and height. She nodded in agreement, explaining that with children, authorities are called immediately if abuse is suspected, but with adults, a conversation is prioritized first. About a week later, police arrived at my home, stating they received a report of physical abuse due to my consistent bruising. I explained my disability to them, and after checking my home and speaking to my family, they found no signs of abuse. When I inquired further, they mentioned the university provided my address because they take abuse seriously. The university was very concerned and wanted to ensure my well-being. After the police left, I spoke with some staff, including a psychologist, just to confirm everything was all right. I showed no mental signs of abuse, yet life continued as usual, with me arriving at school covered in bruises daily. One day, a classmate approached me, saying that another student, Kay, was considering calling the police again because of my bruises. I documented my classmate's report along with a few others and waited. Sure enough, the police came again, and this time, I informed the university that Kay was using them to harass me, requesting action. The university decided to transfer her to different labs, ensuring she couldn't see my bruises anymore. Now she's called me an awful person, claiming she was just trying to help and that I messed up her whole schedule. It seems she didn't grasp the lesson taught in class. If she had followed the teacher's advice to communicate with adults first, none of this would have happened. She created this situation herself. Many commented on her behavior, noting that calling the police once might stem from genuine concern, but continuing to do so after my safety was confirmed was her choice. I was fine with the first incident. Mistakes happen. But after the second, I needed it to stop. Others chimed in about their own experiences. One noted that they also have frequent bruises from being clumsy, as multiple doctors have assured them it's simply poor spatial awareness, leading to constant bumps and bruises from everyday objects. I often get my clothes caught on things due to my own lack of attention and clumsiness. Comment 3 pointed out that Kay knew about my disability and learned in class about communicating with patients before reporting anything. This behavior could be seriously dangerous in situations involving domestic violence. If an abuser is confronted by police, it could escalate, creating a potentially deadly scenario. Comment 4 emphasized that Kay discovered the consequences of not believing me and of meddling in my affairs. She needs to rein it in if she wants to succeed as a nurse. Making assumptions like that is a risky choice. Comment 5 posed a genuine question about how I end up bruised almost daily. They wondered if I had low vision in my other eye or if I wore glasses. I explained that I'm nearsighted in my other eye, making things on my left nearly impossible to see. Glasses can obstruct some of my peripheral vision, and if I keep my head turned too long, it causes neck stiffness. I need to be able to turn my head quickly. While I bruise easily and do get banged up a lot, it doesn't affect my job. I've grown accustomed to it. I rarely bump into things at home, but outside, it's a different story. Comment 6. I ask this as a nurse, and I mean no disrespect, but are you sure nursing is the best field for you given your impairment? OP. Yes, I love helping people and am fully capable of the job. I'm the only one who gets injured in my daily life, usually because I'm not paying enough attention and trip over something new. Update 1. Okay, so I'm blind in one eye and run into random things when I'm not focused. I'm often covered in various bruises, which I showed during class while discussing abuse and the importance of talking to adults before calling authorities. A classmate decided to call the police on me twice, claiming I was being abused, which forced me to undergo counseling and talk to therapists and police until everyone was assured I wasn't abused. It's been a while since that incident, and I have big updates about Kay, the classmate. I previously got her removed from my labs, and although we still shared the class, I thought everything would be fine and she'd leave me alone. I was wrong. Not only did she spread rumors about me being abused, but she called the police again. This time, they told me they had multiple reports of abuse. When I asked how many, they confirmed it was several people, so I don't know if others in class called or if she involved her family. They couldn't disclose who called due to privacy reasons. When it comes to reporting, the goal is to prevent abusers from retaliating against those who speak out. Apparently, my university tried to intervene when the police spoke to them, but the cops had to follow up regardless. During that encounter, I expressed my feelings of harassment, and the police assured me that no one would come to my door again. They said that anyone who called after being warned would have their names recorded and could face harassment charges. That was about a week ago, but someone kept calling, even trying to use a different name, unaware that they record phone numbers. So, here's the update on Kay. She continued to call and eventually got charged with harassment and misuse of police resources. I'm not sure what will happen next or if I'll need to testify, but I haven't seen her since I learned about the ongoing calls from another classmate. Relevant comments. User. What's the school doing about this? Is she getting expelled for harassing you? OP. Since she's likely facing criminal charges, she will probably be expelled. Comment 1. You're not just protecting yourself. You're also protecting the patients she might have in the future. She has serious issues. Comment 2. This really upsets me. My toddler has von Willebrand disease, so her blood doesn't clot properly, and she's constantly covered in bruises. She looks like a Dalmatian. She also has paper-thin skin, which leads to many cuts each day. One time, she even cut the corner of her eye on a pillow. Last summer, we received a call from CPS, with someone claiming we were beating our child and that they had witnessed it. This was completely false. If you truly saw a parent harming a 5-year-old, wouldn't you intervene at that moment instead of calling a week later? The best part was that we weren't even in the country when the supposed beating occurred. Someone was just upset about the noise from our home renovations. Pure harassment. Comment 3. I read your other post and was glad to find this update. While I agree that Kay is in the wrong and should face consequences, hopefully, not being a nurse will be one of them, as she seems unfit for the role. I'm here because I was really upset by people saying you shouldn't be a nurse because you're blind in one eye. My brother is blind in one eye too. He's had a prosthetic since childhood and has been a nurse for over 30 years. He's worked in the ER, cardiac surgery, and trauma units. He's done it all despite having no sight on one side. Those who say you can't be a nurse need to rethink their narrow-minded views. My brother rides a motorcycle and has been doing so since his teens. Do what makes you happy and forget the naysayers. Good luck with your career. Update 2. I'm not sure where to start with this post, but I want to provide this update, hoping it will be the last one. So, I made my last post just 12 days ago, and things have escalated a bit. I need to clarify that much of what I'm sharing now is secondhand because I've managed to avoid any direct confrontations with Kay. She doesn't know where I live, only the general town. I did invite one girl from our class, Lily, over to work on a project, and she's the only person besides the university who knows my address. Kay is aware of this connection because she and Lily are somewhat related. Lily's cousin is married to Kay's cousin. They knew each other before the program but weren't close. Lily was the one who informed me that Kay is still calling the police, even after they assured me they wouldn't show up again. Instead, the police have started documenting the phone numbers and tracking who called and when. Kay knew that Lily came to my house for our project, but she didn't know what it looked like or where it was, just that it was in a town a certain distance away. Lily's mom mentioned the town name, which is how Kay learned that much. I got a warning from Lily that Kay's mom was trying to find me to persuade me to drop the charges against Kay. I want to clarify that I'm not the one pressing charges. The police are handling that. Despite some people suggesting I should get a restraining order, I haven't pursued that route. Lily's warning prompted me to stay inside until she told me that Kay's mom had returned home. Kay's mom then began harassing Lily, trying to get her to reveal my address so she could come to my door instead of aimlessly driving around. Lily refused, and even deleted all our texts to ensure that, even if Kay's mom somehow accessed her phone, she wouldn't find my address. Lily also reported the situation to the university, providing proof via text, which they printed out and shared with the police. Now, university security is on the lookout for Kay's mom's car. They've instructed that when I'm at school, I'll be escorted to and from my car. Additionally, my car is to be parked near cameras, as ordered by the university, until the situation calms down. Fortunately, I'm currently at clinicals and far from campus. Kay was kicked out before clinicals started, so she has no idea which clinics the students are attending, including mine. Had she stayed longer, there would have been a list posted online detailing where I was in the building. Lily mentioned that the police informed Kay's family that any attempts to contact me would be considered harassment. I can't say for certain, but I feel uneasy about the situation. My next trip to the university is for exams in about 3 weeks, so I hope Kay's family doesn't hold on to this for too long. Until then, I feel safe in a building filled with security, locked doors, and places to hide. The placement was also informed of the situation and received photos from Lily. I'm in a tough situation where someone at a different placement is watching Kay's family and has preemptively banned them from the premises. So, if this doesn't escalate, I won't have further updates. But if it worsens, I'll update after my exams. Wish me luck. I'm trying not to stress about the Kay situation and focus on my finals instead, though I'm not sure how that'll go. I hope my mild suffering entertains you a bit so some good can come from this chaos. Thanks for the kind words and encouragement during this insanity. Also, please wish Lily luck as her family pressures her for my address and phone number. She's doing her best to hold out while keeping her phone close in case they reach out. Hopefully this is goodbye, but if not, I'll check in again in 3 weeks. Relevant comments. 1. I don't get why there's so much drama from Kay's family. What's going on that they feel the need to harass you? Have you considered a restraining order? 2. This is going too far. What's wrong with that woman? Has her whole family lost it? They're not just harassing you. I'm concerned about your family's safety. She's effectively accusing them of abuse, which could seriously harm their reputation and jeopardize their jobs depending on their professions. While it's good they're providing security, it may not be enough. Lily can't possibly warn you every time that woman leaves her house, especially if she finds your address and threatens you. Installing cameras at your door would be wise. When you said she was kicked out, did you mean the school? I hope your university recognizes how erratic Kay's behavior has been and understands she's unfit for this field. She clearly lacks common sense and is targeting you under false pretenses of helping. If you had truly been a victim of abuse, this would have likely traumatized you even more. On a positive note, my house is already equipped with cameras, and Kay has been removed from school due to pending charges. If they go through, she won't return. Her access is suspended, and she's effectively expelled. They're just waiting for the charges to finalize before the expulsion is official. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do and hit the notification bell to stay updated on more shocking real-life stories.